Okay, why don't you pronounce your last name?
Metalier.
So everyone
Metalier.
get that on video?
Yes. Yeah.
One more time.
Metalier. Doesn't sound anything
How
like
many
it's
different
spelled
ways have you
apparently.
heard it?
Dude, Metnauer, all kinds of stuff. People throwing letters that shouldn't be in there. So.
What's the worst one?
Metnauer.
Ugh.
That's a bad one. Metatar is another one.
That sounds
So-
cool.
Yeah, that sounds sort of.
That sounds like a villain in some movie, but anyways. All right.
How's preparation for this season gone so far?
Oh, it's going great. Yeah, I think we had a nice camp schedule. They switched it up a little bit from last year. I think they're doing a good job of preserving our bodies in a way, but we're also getting our good work in. We're getting a lot of quality reps compared to last year, I think. And I think the schedule was good because so as opposed to last year, I think last year we had 6 days off and then we'd have a day off and 6 days a day off. This year we had 3 day off, 2 day off, 3 day off. So I think that also helped us, get in our quality reps and continue to, learn the playbook, especially for the new guys that we had like Walter and, I guess Tyler was also fairly new and Savion. So I think it was a good thing for all of us.
Where do you feel like this offensive line stands compared to where y'all were last year, 2 weeks before the season?
We have the ability to be much better than last year. We can be much better than last year, but I think the key word there is can. We have to continue to prove ourselves every day and make sure that we're in, good enough shape and taking our reps seriously every day so we can have a standout O-line like we should. And I think what is different from last year, our skill level is a lot different. We had Anton and Wanya and Chris, which those are really good guys. I think we have, the same, if not better, skill set. They're just in different areas in each person. So I think we'll be good. We just need to prove our potential and, prove what we can be. So.
Do you get the feeling that it's kind of been easier for Walter because he is coming in here with a bunch of other guys that transferred, and you guys have been around for a while?
Yeah, I think for Walter it was easy. It's easier for a lot of us because a lot of us are transfers. It's a good way for us to be relatable to him and understand the same difficulties that we had coming in. It's like him and Troy and Tyler. Pretty much the whole O-line is transfers besides Raym and Savion. So I think we're able to relate to him in that way, and I see him sometimes will have the same issues that I had last year, and so it's given me the ability to help him progress, in this playbook, even though he missed spring with his labrum surgery and all that. So,
What are some of those things that for a guy like you were experienced when you got here? He's played plenty. What are the things that even there just take time in the system?
just getting used to playing with guys. So he played at Stanford for 4 years. Same thing with me. I played at Cal for 3 years, and so you build camaraderie with the guys that you're with. And then when you come to a new offense, it's understanding how much of how much of the D lineman that the guy next to you needs in order to make good enough contact with him on the double team. And you got to communicate with that, and then know what kind of calls you need, what kind of twist calls, because sometimes you can bump off a twist without even saying anything because you know each other so well. But when you're new, you need to be a lot more vocal in that way. You're not really feeling it out like you should. But whenever you're new, I think we need to be a little more vocal. So.
How long did that take you last year?
Me and Anton did a good job. Anton's was a quiet player. But whenever I had questions and stuff, or I was able to ask him. It didn't take long because I was in 2 different offenses in California, and then when I came here, it was the same, the same deal. And I was playing with older guys, younger guys. So, you just have to know your personnel in that way to get the best out of each other. So,
McCade, along those lines, maybe compared to a year ago, how do you feel different? Is there more confidence? Is there more comfortability? Just how do you feel now?
Yeah, I know for a fact compared to last year, it's night and day. Second year in the offense, I've done a great job of. I thought I understood it last year, but now, obviously being in another year, like, and teaching other guys another year, the best way to learn is to teach people. I feel like, and so I'm, compared to last year, I know that I'm night and day. I've worked a lot with guys in Dallas, like trainers like Clint Anderson and people like that. And then I worked with Lane Johnson for a little bit and on my pass pro and all that kind of stuff. So I think that compared to last year, even Coach B said from the Florida State game to spring ball, he said I was a night and day, completely different player. So I'm really working on being, irreplaceable in a way. You know, as I rotated last year a little bit, irreplaceable and just a guy that we can lean on, and a model of consistency for the O-line.
Coach
What
Biedenbach
specifically-
kind of has,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, it has a history of kind of figuring things out as the season goes along. Is that something that you guys are mindful of, knowing that once he finds that best five, like you got to kind of play your butt off? Or
Right,
you
yeah.
get replaced pretty quick.
Right. Yeah. Well, the thing about being at Oklahoma is you always have depth, and I think we have a lot of good competitive depth here. So having competitive stamina to be able to continue to keep your job and earn your job every week is important. I think that I was a little lax last year, and it did give me the chance to, you know, be rotated a couple times. But I think this year you just have to have a different mindset being here. So you know, like I like to say a lot, be irreplaceable. Make yourself irreplaceable to where you're the rock of the O-line, and they can't do it. They're going to have to move people around you and not move you. You know.
What specifically did you take away from your time with Lane? And how did that whole thing come together?
Coach Schmidt, you know, Lane comes down here just to hang out, you know, comes and get some work. So we had a chance to talk to him, and we went to the O-line summit, and we saw him there. We got hooked up through Schmidt. Schmidt gave me his phone number, so I got the chance to do that. It was a good time. Tyler and I stayed. We came back this summer a week early to work out with him while everyone else was on vacation. So we came back a week early, went over to, I guess he lives in Edmond. I don't remember what town that their weight room's at. But no, it was a good thing. Just learning how to be a pro, you know. He works out by himself, and him having internal motivation makes us understand that we're not going to always have someone there to push us, you know, just to know how a pro works. And it was a good thing for us, Tyler and I, and we got the bond over that. You know, it was an hour drive from here every day. We did it for a week, so it was a good thing.
McCade, you mentioned transfers a little bit ago.
Yes, sir.
I think the consensus is that fans don't like it much. They get kind of pissed when kids leave from one school to the other.
Right.
Coaches say they're okay with it, but I don't know if they really are.
Well, when kids leave from here and go somewhere
Just
else?
when kids transfer from anywhere, from one program to the other.
Right.
I'm talking about the portal.
Oh, just fans in general?
Yeah, the prevalence of the portal
Right.
is the topic. I should probably preface that. What's the player's perspective on all that? Is everything cool when a guy leaves with his old school, his old teammates? From your experience?
Yeah, I think a lot. Like in my case, I think that. How do I say this? I guess guys who transfer, guys who have legitimate reasons to transfer. If you feel like you're outgrowing a program, like as I kind of felt that I was, I think your teammates and your friends that are there understand that, and they're not going to hold anything against you. But the same thing if guys from here leave, and I'm not saying Oklahoma, I'm just saying in general.
Right.
If, I think it's a good thing for us to understand their situation, and I'm going to say a majority of the time we're all understanding of, you know, why people leave. If it's for a reason that is just out of pocket and you know, just because you have an ego or whatever, I think we'll take it the wrong way. But I think for the most part, those aren't the reasons. They're more internal, and like we do a good job of understanding each other and not holding that against each other.
Do you still keep in touch with your old mates
Oh yeah,
from out there?
yeah. One of my buddies, his name was Jasper. He's from Germany. It was his birthday on August 5th, and he always used to change his Twitter bio to August 5th, or his username, so everyone knew it was his birthday because he loved happy birthday shout-outs. But August 5th was obviously around camp, so I texted all my friends and told them that it was August 5th just to remind everybody. So, but yeah, no, I do connect with them, and you know, all my roommates were O-linemen. Oh, my bad. All my roommates were O-linemen, so I do still talk to them and have a good time. So.
Oh, no.
Just so the mood is more forgiveness and
Right,
understanding,
right.
And empathy maybe
Yeah,
on behalf of players.
yeah, empathy. I mean, like I said, as long as you're not, you know, being a complete, you know, I was being a jackass
Yeah,
about
no, I
it,
hear you.
and not, you know, and just not having the right reasons because, you know, NIL, you know, guys could leave if they want more money or blah, blah, blah. You know, if it's not one of those reasons, we're very understanding. But if it is, we're going to call you out. So.
Sort of along those lines, what do you feel like about what's going on with Cal and some of the Pac-12 teams right now that don't have a home?
I feel terrible about it. I know a lot of guys that I roomed with are young, and they're going to be there for a while. So I really hope that they do find a conference or at least some guys to play. I mean, I heard the ACC maybe. I mean, I hope that's, you know, I want them to be in a good conference because I'm going to be a Cal fan, you know, forever. Sorry, guys. gonna be a Cal fan forever. I mean, obviously, Sooner #1, but I'm still gonna cheer for the boys on the West Coast a little bit. But I do feel bad for them, and I hope that they do find a spot to play football. But at the same time, I'm worried about us, and I'm glad that we're moving to the SEC, and that I can cheer on the SEC whenever I'm gone. So.
McCabe, some of the speakers that coach has brought in this month, who've been some of the favorites of yours?
So Keith Jackson, right? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Keith Jackson was there a couple days ago. He was awesome. He brought his, I think he had a Packers Super Bowl ring on. That was pretty sweet. Sheb always brings the house down. He's always good. Always gets the guys going. But I think Sheb is normally a model. I would say a model of consistency whenever he comes and talks. He normally brings a good message, and we really enjoy it. And then, who was it? Goodwin or Godwin?
Mike Goodwin?
Mike Goodwin, yes, he was awesome too. He was really funny, and it was a good change of pace, less intense, comedian. So it was a good time for us.
Common themes across those guys?
Common themes.
I know they all bring their own thing to the table, but
Common themes is you can be committed. Hold on. You can be consistent without be committed. That was one that Shep always said, and it's true. I mean, obviously you can see guys can come here every day, work out and all that stuff, but then outside of football, you can live totally wrong and not the athlete lifestyle like you're supposed to. So that's saying you can be consistent and show up every day, but you're not committed to the cause or the program. So I believe that needs to be a message that is honed in on us to make sure that everybody's committed. Because everyone shows up because they want to still be on the team, but you need to make sure that you're committed to the program. So.
Do you feel like that message has resonated with guys?
I hope so. I mean, it should resonate with everybody, whether it's a job, or especially football. I think it should resonate with everybody. It resonated with me. It took me a while to understand at the beginning, but it did resonate with me, and I hope it resonates with a lot of the other guys to make sure that we're taking our film study seriously as the season starts, and our eating, and it's hot outside, taking our hydration, because we can't have guys cramping out here during our team reps and all that stuff. So I do think it resonates with us.
Hey, you mentioned his name earlier, but I want to ask you about Savion.
Yes.
The difference, Savion Byrd 2023 versus 2022.
As far as like the Florida State game and then to now?
Yeah.
I think Savion's getting a lot more mature. I told him that obviously he had a really good game for Florida State. I think what he needs to understand is that he's super talented, but it takes a whole different animal to be able to play that for 13, 14 games. I want to make sure that he is ready for the commitment for a 14-week season. Because, you can go out there and bust your ass for a bowl game, And I know he's going to do it, but I want to make sure that he understands how hard a 14-game season is. And it's not just a one-game wonder type thing,
And I know, obviously, that, you won't know it really until the season starts, but do you feel like that message is resonating
Yes,
with him?
I do. I do believe that has resonated with him. Me and him talk a lot. Well, him and I talk a lot about that, on the side, and I make sure that he understands the importance of, his hydration, his nutrition, to make sure, he's gained a lot of weight now. I need to make sure that he keeps it on, because you can't play a guard in the Big 12 at 290. He's back up to 300 pounds, and I need to make sure that he keeps it on. And I think as an O-line group, we're doing a good job of making sure that he does that. So.
Forgive me if you've been asked this. How much more comfortable are you on the right than the left?
We talked about this last year a little bit. I think it just depends on, if I were to switch to the like last year, I was totally comfortable on the left. If I was to switch to the left right now, it would take me probably 2 weeks to be fully comfortable. But now that I'm on the right, but I think since I was in California, I played right guard for 3 years and then played left here last year. Right now, I'd say I'm more comfortable on the right side, but it's just because I haven't played left in a while. So.
Gotcha.
Any major adjustments with that stand out as you made that switch?
I've lightened up my stance a little bit. Like I said, I work with Clint Anderson in Dallas, and he has helped me a lot with my pass pro, and I've widened up my stance, and I'm working on coming off the ball better, keeping my eyes up, especially with Arkansas State. They do a good job of blitzing the interior. I need to make sure that I'm watching the fronts with the formations that we're in and where the running back is. So I do think that my stance and keep my eyes up is going to help me a lot this year as well.
How much higher is the comfort level next to Andrew than maybe this time last year when you were brand new here?
Yeah, Andrew and I have done a good job of getting to know each other, this past year that we've been together. A lot more comfortable this year. Our communication's a lot better. last year. We were, you know, for lack of a better word, complete strangers. But I think this year we're doing a good job. We were at his house yesterday. We had a good time. We had an ice bath in his backyard. He's got chickens and stuff, so we hung out yesterday and had barbecue, played cornhole or whatever. So it was a good time.
Speaking of food, McCade is put off eating dinner to talk to you guys. I know he's really hungry, so.
This satisfies me though. Don't worry.
Weird question.
Yeah.
Do you wear one of the new Axiom helmets?
No, I don't. I don't wear one of the Axiom helmets. I wear the Visus because I wore one of those my freshman year, and from what I've seen, it's the highest rated helmet, and I did not want to get any concussions. And it's a lot lighter. I like a more simple fit and simple look rather than Axiom. It's kind of like outlandish space helmet. So I'm more of like a blue collar, like low flash type. So
I know I've talked to a couple of the offensive linemen though who do wear it.
They
and
love
they talk about how much they love it in the vision, especially.
yeah, they can see everything. I've heard it all. Oh, you gotta get it. It's awesome. I'm not gonna get
You
it.
like what you're comfortable with?
Yeah, no, I like it. I like it a lot. So.
Appreciate you.